Hey, church. I wanted to take a minute to check in on those of you who are doing the 21-day fast. I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for investing in your own spiritual growth, but also in the growth of your church family. And I greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I think it'll be something that will pay dividends for you and for other people. I want to make a few notes here about the fast because I know that there are many people who are not very experienced with it. And so I want to give some updates every now and again to make sure that you're tracking along as well. First of all, I want you to realize or want you to know that when you're doing a fast, especially if you've not done it regularly, your body will do some strange things. And I just want you to see that this is a normal thing. My wife and I are doing the Daniel fast, and we probably should have prepared a little bit more ahead of time, but we got it. We got some recipes, and we're figuring it out as we go. But one of the things that we're doing with it is caffeine is not allowed, so I'm not having coffee, and I usually drink a lot of coffee. And so it's been really difficult for me. And Monday night I had a terrible headache, really from the afternoon all throughout the evening. And I knew it was coming because I knew that I was addicted to caffeine. So it's probably a good thing overall. But it went away after that first night, and I haven't had any headaches since. So it was a temporary thing. The other thing is that the Daniel fast, we don't do any sugars or breads or anything like that. And so on Wednesday night, my wife and I both woke up with backaches that kind of went down into our hamstrings. And it was a strange, strange thing. I'd never felt anything like it before. But I thought it might be associated with the fast as well. And so I looked it up, and sure enough, it's some kind of a sugar purge. I don't know all of the details about it or what that's all about, but that's what it was. And it's still lingering a little bit, but I was told that after a few days, that will go away as well. And so I'm counting on that. And we're getting used to it, and it's good. So if you have some of that kind of stuff, don't worry, it's normal. If it becomes too persistent or becomes too painful, or if it just seems like it's a little out of control, then make sure you start eating, or if it's bad enough, make sure you see a doctor. This is a long time to be fasting, long time to be changing your eating habits. So you probably better be careful with that. Make sure that while you're fasting that you are also praying. That's the purpose of this. And I know that it's really easy to get to focusing on the fasting thing or to think about how hungry you are. And the purpose is, it's not to prove to God how spiritual you are, how serious you are about praying, but the point of fasting is to focus your mind. This idea that man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. And so what it does is it allows you then to be able to focus on prayer and make you more dependent on God. And I'll talk in a later video on how that works. But for now, just remember that you're doing the prayer time. And just to remind you, tonight, so this is Thursday night at 8 p.m. in the sanctuary, we're doing a communal prayer time. And that time will last probably half an hour to an hour, depending on how many people are there. So we'd love for you to join us for that. I know some of you have kids and it might be difficult. But try to make it if you can, and let's get together and pray together. So thank you again for taking the time to invest in your church through prayer. For those of you who are on the CCB group, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear, just log on and type in which fast you're doing and how it's going so far. And let's support each other in that. Maybe there are some ideas that we can share, and maybe we can encourage each other with some insights that we're gaining as well. So that's it for now. Watch for further videos in the future.